Welcome back, guys.
What's up?
Welcome back to the pod. 120 Magnified. This is it, boys.
What's up, guys? Noah Walton back at it again. Call me Senator Noah. I'm here. What's up, Sadaz? You like to introduce yourself?
I would love to. Hey, you guys. Hey, my fans right there. You guys know Sadais, aka Soda, coming back with it. You know, coming with a banger right here. All right. We got my boy Damien right here. Damien, you got something to say?
What's up?
All right, man. Hey, you guys. Wait. I think we're missing somebody. Did you guys notice that? I know you guys noticed that. You guys been feeding for somebody. Come on. All right. Oh, Brian. Oh, it's probably Brian. Yeah.
All right. Wait, who else? We missing somebody else?
I think wait, what's his name? Forgot his name, man. Frank. Something with the Franks. Spencer's not here. Hey, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate.
Wait. Where can Spencer be? Dora the Explorer. All right, let's see. Is Spencer under the table?
No!
No. Is it under Riley's hat?
No!
Oh, no. Wait. Don't tell me you're hiding a Spencer under your those glasses, man. Let's see.
No!
Too funny, man. Wait. Down below. All right, let's get back to it. So
Do you want to just like start by how's your week been? Is that good?
You know, it's been about 2 weeks since we've seen y'all, and you know, it's great to see y'all again. You know, this past week has been treating me pretty well. School's out. I've been doing good on my tests. Only downside is that my grades. So I ended my class, my easiest class. I actually ended with an A, but it was art. It was art class. Congrats. What is kind of disappointing is that now if y'all are in high school, you might know AP Physics. Ooh, AP Physics, man. What a bus show, man. That is a mind blowing like. So I ended that class with an A. Congrats. You know. But get this, guys, get this.
Wow.
Math class. Oh boy. Math class. I ended it with an 89.7. Teacher did not round it to an A. So that is not a 4.0. It's not a 4.0, but it's all good. God is great, man.
Can we get like a I'm sorry, Riley, in the chat? Like, come on, it's like we all feel bad. Can we just like all teachers around the world just round up to that 0.3? You know what I mean?
we'll give you guys 5 seconds to do it. All right, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait a second. I know you guys didn't do it. Hey, again, I can see you guys. I can sense. You guys might not know it, man, but let's go. I'll give you guys 5 more seconds. This is the last chance, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I see that. Okay, good job. Man. Riley, I'm glad school is treating you well. But man, I've been going in a roller coaster of emotions lately. You guys heard it. A roller coaster of emotions? Let me elaborate. Of course, school ended. I'm off with a pretty good grades, also A. Wait a second. Hey, you guys want to check it? Wait, let's check together. Wait a sec. Yeah, let's bring the camera out. We cannot see what's there before. What are you guys? Wait a second. Wait. Spencer's here.
What do you have to say?
Hey guys, Spencer here.
How is he here?
Have a great summer, everybody.
Anyone want to tell about their weeks too? You know, it's all good. Yeah. Anyone want to talk about their week? You know.
Yeah.
No, get started.
Spencer?
Yeah, I'll talk about my week. Hey guys, Spencer back at it again for another banger of an episode.
Nope.
I uh Yeah, it's great to be back on the show again. Thank you all for bringing me out here as usual. But yeah, to start up on my week, it was pretty solid. I started training for track and field again. I mean, not track and field, like cross country. Uh, yeah, cross country coming up soon. Summer mileage. Yeah, let's do that, huh? And then as grade wise, I finished with the 4.0 weighted. So that was pretty cool. We're gonna talk about AP Physics. But yeah, I'm so thankful for all the friends that I've made this school year, and my family. Shout out Ma, shout out me Ma. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that was how my week went.
If you guys didn't know, Spencer is always hard. Like,
What did he say?
let me elaborate. No, he's hardworking. Guys, come on. Man, ever since I met this guy, he's been on his grind. He's been grinding. He's been grinding that. Chill. But man, he been on his journey trying to get that sub 16 5K. Man, yeah. If you guys don't know what 5K is, yeah, I know. You guys are from America. You guys don't even know what a kilometer is, right? Come on, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but so basically, 5K is approximately 3.1 mile. Oh, we got new guests. Guys, come on in. You guys want to be part of the podcast? All right. Just introduce yourself and say yeah.
Hi, my name is Jakaya. Hey, my name is Jonah.
Jakaya, Jonah. We know Richard. And so we got Jakaya and Jonah in the house. Man, it's great. Great. What you guys been up to lately?
What?
What you guys been up to lately?
Really nothing.
Is there a reason? Is there a motivation behind? Is there a motive behind why you guys came here?
Yeah.
So could you guys say what it was?
Just to hang out.
Wow, man, I love seeing kids. I love seeing.
This is 4K! How did they get you in 4K?
Let me elaborate on that. I love seeing kids together. Come on. Uh, I love seeing interactions between kids. Forget about it.
Son, you are red. Son, you are red like a tomato.
I'm gonna take a lap. Yeah, all right, guys, we're gonna give Silly Sadias a little 5. He's going a little bit off the rail, but we'd like to take this moment to ask our viewers, viewers, how has your weekend been? Drop that comment in the comment section and let us know. Maybe we can respond to it next week.
Next week.
Without further ado, should we start?
Yeah, I think.
Should we get into the podcast?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we're into it. Would you like to kick it off or?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right. So, last night, no, this past week, again, our podcast blew up. Okay, shout out to all our fans or supporters, right? And y'all, the people that are watching it and putting the word out, even just like, I'm so sorry, guys. Guys, I'm so sorry. Can you guys hear me? Okay. But yeah, look, coming into, I guess, this new idea, this new field of the podcast, right? Like, it's hard because this is a activity that I'm choosing to do, that we're choosing to do. We're not paid to be here. We're not supposed to be here, but basically we're here on our own time, right? And basically, I was kind of just, I guess, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'll take accountability. Um, I was being pretty lazy about starting the next episode. So there was a great chance that today was not going to be the day where we start the episode, and it'd actually be a late episode. You get what I'm saying? Catching my drift. So last night I was thinking of questions. I was swarming in my room, right? Crumpling up papers every 10 seconds. I didn't know what I was doing. right? I had to think of some questions for the podcast, and something struck my mind. I was watching a TikTok, and I'll pull up the TikTok later. I'll show you guys. But when I watched this TikTok, and you're gonna see it, it made me question a really great question.
Kyson, that's so performative. Nigga, it's all performative. This shit is fake. When is niggas gonna understand it? You wake up and go to your job and perform in front of your boss. Keep that mask on your face. But it's different when you do it, huh? You perform.
Is your life really authentic, or is everything that you do performative? So yeah, I asked the group chat that one question. I asked them multiple questions, but that one question we're starting off with, yeah, is life performative? Right? Are you performative? Right? Do you? And I don't mean performative like the boo boo on your belt. I don't mean performative like green tea and matcha. I mean performative on a deeper subconscious level. So I think we're here to discuss that.
Yeah. Love the question. Obviously, as always, we need to go into the details. What is performative? Obviously, and of course, we're not talking about the little boo boo belt as Riley mentioned, but authenticity and performative don't always go hand in hand, in my opinion. So I'd be curious as to how somebody could explain that further to where this could be put into a discussion to where we could have like a conversation. But on an authentic scale, like do we get to make our own choices? Like it's kind of where I'm getting at right now. Like, is it up to us? Do we really have free will? And I would say no. I would say no to that. Spencer, you have any thoughts, or back to Riley?
Any initial thoughts?
Yeah.
What was it again?
Is your whole life?
So I'm still forming an opinion on this one, but I feel like the word performative has been like more so universalized. It's like the fact where like nowadays you see like people with like being performative, like they're embracing the culture of being performative. But I think most humans are actually like subconsciously formative. Just like living like our own lifestyles.
Yeah. I think to start off this whole conversation, we have to think about trends, right? Like social media trends, right? Or just like traditional trends. Like here, hold on. I'll fill them in. I'll fill them in. So yeah, we were introducing the first topic we're talking about, the one I talked to you about later, where yeah, is your life formative? Is it 100% performative, or is it 100% authentic, or is it half and half, or what is that? What does performative have to do in your life? You know?
Do you mean performative as in like
Mm.
acting for other people?
Yeah, performative is like, I guess it's not like the labubu. It's not like the, like
Earbuds, string.
string earbuds, matcha tea. It goes on a deeper subconscious level. Like, are you who you are behind closed doors? And if so, how does that affect, I guess, everyone else around you, right? And I was just talking about trends earlier, but yeah, Siri, you can.
Yeah, I think in a way you are 100% all the time acting for someone else. You're acting for someone else's perspective, for the perspective they build of you. But at the same time, you acting is you being yourself, because you acting is part of your character. Like, sure, you're not fully authentic. It's not exactly what you're thinking, but it's the way you act comes from the way you think. Let's say I'm talking to Sadias, and let's say I want to be mean because I don't know. What if I don't? He has no hat on, and I like hats. So, but I won't say that. I'll say, "Oh, your hair looks nice," even though my honest thought, like my authentic thought, is that I don't like his hair because he doesn't have a hat on. But I'm still gonna say one thing over the other. But what I said is my character. My character is the type of person to not say what I'm thinking. So in a way, I'm still being authentic because I'm being my authentic self, but not my first intention thoughts. You can still be acting, but your acting is yourself, if that makes sense. Just want to say, man, I see you guys know in the podcast.
Over here, though, don't worry.
Thank you so much.
I love his hair.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Did he do it?
All right, guys. So as you guys know, in the podcast, we try to keep it real as much as we can. I would say, hey, I'm guilty of being performative sometimes. Are you?
Yeah.
Well, how about you, Riley?
Come on, you know me. No.
This guy's a master performative. Like, basically, not master performance. Like, like not masturbative. Like, oh, chill. Master
kindness.
performer. Master performer.
Like to spread our kindness, which relates back to our idea that like, is that really authentic or is that performative? You know what I mean? Was that authentic or was that performative? Was that up to us?
I mean, did we want to do it or
What?
just clip farming? This question. Group hugging. Was that performative? It goes to show that you gotta ask yourself: did we do that out of our own character, out of our own reason, or did we do that because we knew the benefit or the consequence, whether that's positive or negative, right? Consequences don't they don't mean a negative connotation. Go ahead.
Is you making that decision, whether it's for like for the positive outcome or not, is that not your authentic character to be acting that way? Like if I'm acting, if I'm being performative for a reason, I'm still choosing to do it, and my decision is myself. So like when we did that group hug, if we were just clip farming, we still chose to do it through our character. So that's still our own personality. So I think it's not performative from that perspective.
You're right. Like the idea or guys, the how do I say this, guys? The thought of thinking is such a mind-boggling thing. It's such a blessed thing that us being the creation of God. It's so blessed to have the thought of thinking, guys. I'm not a philosopher. I'm not even a psychologist. I'm not even a high school graduate. But when I'm saying when I'm saying the thought of thinking, is that in that term, right? You can think on a level or I think most people can think on a level where they can think ahead of the second step. So the third step or the fourth step. So for example, for example, I go to the store, right? That's the first step. Okay. I go to the store. Matter of fact, I'm walking to the store. Okay. I walk to the store and I'm thinking about, let's say I'm thinking about what to eat for dinner, but I'm at the store. Or I need to get groceries. Why am I thinking about a restaurant, right? That's the second step. So what I'm saying, so what I'm saying is that it is such that humans obviously have a tendency and have an evolutionized brain power to be able to think about the next step, right? Not to think about what's in front of them, right? They think about the cause and effect. They think about the action and inaction, the action and reaction. I mean, sorry, and I think that gives the birth to performance because you have to think about action and reaction. If I do this, guys, what is his reaction? I need to think about Noah's reaction. What I just did to him, what I did to him was an action. My action was putting the hat on him. What is Noah's reaction? Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I also believe that this cause and effect has like a lot to do with social media. So like the fact that we were clip farming is like we're doing it because we just want like attention. We want clout on the social media, right? We want the likes, we want the shares, we want the views. Or it could just be our, natural instincts of being that performative self, which ties back to is life performative.
Sorry, guys. I got kind of emotional, man. You know, I'm really reflecting upon what I said earlier when we had guests over, right? I said that I love kids together. No, no. Did I say that as being my genuine self, or did I say that to Cliff Farm? And it really makes me question, like, am I actually, am I one of those Jeffrey Epstein or whatever, or am I just being my true, or am I just being Cliff Farming for you guys? So that just made me question myself. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Can't take me anywhere. I'm so sorry, man.
Okay. But yeah,
I'm so sorry.
guys. Okay, let's actually I'll be real with you guys. Truthfully, we are being performative. We are being performative in the sense of that what we just did, behavior of us, the actions, the words, and the the things we're doing on screen, right? It is purely based on how much we want your attention. And then why, this gives us it brings to a different talking point, right? Why is attention a currency? Why do we want so much attention, right? I mean, without a camera, would we be doing the same things? Sure, we might be laughing, might tell jokes and tell stories the same way. But because you guys are here, because the camera is in our face and we're here, this is a performance, guys.
I got a question for you, Spencer. How many times a day do you get your feet out? Like no socks, no shoes. Just genuinely.
Or like when I get home, I'm like, I don't know. It's just like so freeing. Let's get back to the topic at hand, please. Thank you.
Now I want to connect this back to the topic, right? Are you getting your toes out because of the because of a positive outcome, or is this just your natural habitat? That's what I'm trying to say.
And would you do that if the camera was in front of you? Would that change the outcome? Would you try to differ yourself to be performative?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I like to summarize it that everything we do has an intention and a reason. And if you're performative, the way you act doesn't show your actual intention and your actual reasons. And if you're authentic, you're showing your actual reasons. Like if I say I like Sadias' hair and I was authentic, then that would be my authentic reason. But if I say I like his hair, but my hidden intention is to bring attention to the fact that he doesn't have a hat on and I don't like that, then that's my unauthentic reason. But either way, it's my intention. Like my authentic self has an intention. I'm just not publicly showing it. But either way, I have an intention. And I think authenticity comes from the fact that I have an intention, even if I'm not showing it. I have an intention for myself that I know.
Okay. Let's say you're in class and you hear one of your peers talk about the test. Oh man, that test was so hard. Man, like I only got a 98% on the test, right? So from that point on, let's say like they come and ask you like, "Oh yeah, what'd you get on your test?" "Oh, me, I got like I got a 80%, 80%. Oh, nice, nice, good job." So obviously, the way that they're performative, right? And you could probably the way that they're performative, it's not the first level. It's not the surface level. It being like, oh, they're trying to make fun of you. They're being sarcastic. No, no, no. It's they're trying to be nice, and them trying to be nice within itself is them being mean. Okay.
Riley has brought up a pretty good point, and I want to connect this to conformity. Let's say for instance you're in a room, right? And people are arguing, and you and basically the whole room has a different perspective on you. And the natural tendency for humans is to conform, right? We're people. We wanna have that. We wanna fit in, right? And even if our point of perspective or our ideologies differ from others, we tend to conform and kind of share the same idea. And that's how basically people's ideas in different parts of the world like kind of forms. Let's say, for instance, in India, the family, they're more collective, and that idea tends to get passed to generations. And in the United States here, it's more independent, and that gets passed and passed and passed. And so, because people in the environment, they conform to similar ideas. And I'm just saying, let's connect it back to our argument, the scene. Why is it so important for us? Why is it so significant for us to think about other people's perspective on us, even though they differ, even though they think in the opposite? Like in the grand scheme of things, it's one life. It's one life, and that's it. Why not just stand with your own ideas and try to try to make other people conform to your idea. Try to build support and foundation for the future.
So what I'm getting at, right, is that you or the person, of course, we're talking about is supposed to be authentic, not performative. Instead, you want other people to want to be performative for you. Because I would disagree. Because I think everyone should try to be their own person, including our viewers. I think everyone should try to be obviously their own person, should have their own, like, wants, should have their own rights to believe and think about themselves. I think that um, uh, nobody should be trying to be performative compared to anybody else. Like in the discussions that we just had with Riley, if there's a room full of people with a similar belief and you don't necessarily have the same belief, you shouldn't have to fit in to their belief just so you can be a part of them. Is where I'm trying to get at. And there is where I think that everyone should try to be authentic and non-performative.
Then that comes to question. It's like, what if you're just like you're trying to be yourself, right? You're just being yourself, but then you're like subconsciously formative. It's like, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? You know?
But my argument is you being subconsciously performative is you being yourself. You acting is your character. So by that perspective, you're always authentic, even if you're acting, because your acting is you.
Guys, I want to I really want to connect this to back when we were kids. Back when we were kids, you know, playing our Roblox. Who knows? Right now, it's a game called Brookhaven where kids go and they role play. They role play, and I think the role playing thing has been pretty common. I mean, it's been out for ever since we remember. Um, and so I really want to say, so when we were kids, let's use my example for now. I really wanted to be a policeman. I really do want to, but I really wasn't a policeman. I was just a kid with a normal life back in a village back in Afghanistan, right? But I really wanted to be a policeman, so I really wanted to act like a policeman. I wanted to go on Roblox, put on like some policeman clothes. That's Is that called for being performative? I mean, I'm acting something. I'm not being my true self. I'm not going to like Roblox to make an avatar that is similar to my own characteristics. I'm acting like someone. I'm acting a certain way. You have something to say?
Yeah. For a response, I think there's a difference between developing your traits and copying your traits from somebody else. From what you're explaining right now, obviously in the developing stage when you're young, developing something that you're interested in is something completely different because you are not being performative, because you're creating yourself, if that makes sense. Or it doesn't even have to be when you're a child. Like, obviously, we still change when we're older, but we change ourselves based on what we're around, not because we're trying to copy other people, but because we're trying to adapt ourselves. However, when you are copying others around you for the sole purpose of being a part of those people, that is completely different, in my opinion. But I do completely see where you're getting at, because that can be seen as performative. Because in a sense, you're still copying people around you because it's popular. However, I just think that there is a difference between copying and adapting, if that makes sense. I don't know if you agree or if you'd like to have any other comments on this.
You want to say something? You want to say something?
Yeah, you know what? This has been a great conversation so far. I would like to add another layer to complexify. I don't know if that's a real word, guys. Hey, chat, look it up if complexify is a real word. But I would like to advance this conversation with this question. Now, is it ethical to be performative in life? Now, in some occasions, is it in some occasions or in some scenarios or hypotheticals, is it ethical? Is it rational? Is it irrational? When is it irrational? Why is it Is it ethical? Is it a good thing to be performative, or is it a bad
But
thing?
I'd like to leave you guys with a quick question to start our next segment. Is human intelligence declining? Is it?
Good question.
With the help of artificial intelligence, is it either raising it or is it declining it? I'd like to hear your thoughts, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
is human intelligence declining? Now, I think because here's my take on it. All right, here's my initial take on it, and we'll discuss it further, obviously. So, human intelligence, I believe, is actually advancing, and here's why. Even with the use of AI and the use of even with the use of AI, right? AI is artificial intelligence, right? Correct. Now, artificial intelligence comes from the human knowledge, what humans know, what humans are knowing, right? What they put out in the world, in the internet, the World Wide Web, and all these articles. So everything that the world has, right, online. The world, or that's what AI knows. AI is gaining knowledge from the amounts of history that the World Wide Web has, right? I mean, that's what ChatGPT says. ChatGPT markets themselves, and they say in their description that it's an AI model built on what, like other websites, right, or on the World Wide Web. So I believe that because, in essence, what we're really doing is AI is basically what the human capacity is, what the humans know, what we know as a society. But I think humans day to day using AI, we obviously are actually, we're not, it's not that we're getting dumber. It's not that we're learning less or becoming less intelligent. I think our intelligence is actually increasing due to the fact that we are gaining information faster and quicker. I believe the obtaining of the information is less, and our brains are definitely being negatively impacted by the way that we're learning, the methods that we're learning it, information. But solely intelligence, I think we are plateaued. Actually, sorry, plateaued in intelligence.
So I just want to say, right, on this essence, there's not many studies conducted to show that intelligence has been declining since, so you guys, know, AI is more it's a new thing, right? It's not a thing that our parents back in, let's say, or grown-ups back in like 50 years ago, they didn't have access to it. Or I mean, it's been like a new thing in like the past 10 years, correct? Past 10 years. And so from what I'm saying is, if you're just going based on innovations and new things, what history is telling us is that we as a society, we are getting access to new things. We're basically getting more smarter, and we're getting more I- innovative. And but I want to say that, there's different types of intelligence. There is emotional intelligence. There is quote unquote street smart intelligence. And I just want to say, well, I really want to talk about emotional intelligence in this part. I don't know about the other ones, but I feel like emotional intelligence is declining. And one of the reasons that is because there's this model where it basically limits social interactions. You're basically, it's like, there's this, what is it called? There's this AI where you're basically talking to it, and you can talk to, like, basically it's characterizing a certain character. What is it called?
Character AI.
Oh my god, character AI. I just feel like it's not positive for the society. It's not beneficial because it's just limiting the the way we were intended to interact with each other. And I feel like as time goes by, this this connection is getting lower and lower. Spencer, do you have anything to say about this, or yeah?
I do believe, like, my opinion has been like formed, but like I do believe that human intelligence is lowering. Of course, in some parts of the world, it's rising, but I think countries like MDCs and Europe and North America, I do believe that the intelligence is lowering because of the new use of AI. And but in places like LDCs, it's obviously the intelligence is growing as lesser developed countries are developing into MDCs. But to go off of this, I do believe that like certain, like in the MDCs, since those countries are getting even more developed, I feel like certain humans are becoming more intelligent. just for the ground that they have based on the MDC.
Yeah, I like what he was saying, actually. Spencer brought up a great point because this goes to ask then, I think there is a trend pattern in the way AI treats different countries, different MDCs and LDCs, right? I think the way that AI treats America, I mean, these students in America, or these managers, these bosses, these workers in America, right? They're using AI, and they're just like, again, obviously, America is a very rich country compared to the world. Very rich. Come on, guys, we are very blessed to be here. But but basically, how we're treating AI, it's only advancing us. It's only going up from here, right? We use AI to cheat on tests. We use AI to cheat on homework. We use AI to, give us answers quickly in the snap of a finger, right? And that's good for us. But I think AI treats LDCs differently, treats lower developed countries differently.
They brought up pretty good points. How lower developed countries they tend to be more fluctuated. They tend to be more altered by what
Hello.
no one's back. And I just want to say, wow, the gap between the development of, let's say, North America country, let's say United States and Laos, it's pretty big. It's enormous actually. And I wouldn't want to say how you know progress that is being made in North America, in America, compared to Laos is different also. And I actually have a different. Another example for you guys. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, we got me, we got Spencer, we got Riley. We do track, and we can basically see the progress. How it's quick for people who are, let's say, slower than. Okay, let's say people in state. There's people running the 100 meter in 10, 10 2, 10 1. And there's also people like non-competitive recreational runners running it in like the 12s and the 13s. And the progress between the people in states is not slower, but as the time is slower. And I just want to say connected back to the progress made in these countries. And as America is getting more developed, that that amount is getting smaller and smaller because we're slowly getting, you know, we're coming to. I mean, yeah, you want to say something, or you want to build on that?
So our main idea, what we were trying to say, right, from what we picked up before you got here, right, was that um I brought up that AI is only helping and it's only increasing the intelligence of America or North America or of MDCs, right? More developed countries, while AI is actually hurting LDCs because factors such as like I guess stock, right? Like tech stock or computer sciences, right? It's only increasing in places like North America, but it's not really helping a place like Laos, right? Or like some other country out there. So it brings up a good question from what we were saying. Like a rational economist would say to cut off AI because AI is killing intelligence. Okay, AI. They're gonna tell you to cut. They would say a rational thinking economist would tell you to cut off AI because it's hurting one country and it's helping another. Therefore, it gives that bigger country a higher advantage over the other country, which means it would hurt the world in general.
Riley, I want to argue with you. Riley. Hey. I actually feel like artificial intelligence is way more helpful for less developed countries. Sit down. No, sit down. Sit down.
No, you don't get into this.
I want to bring a good example, right? In less developed countries, there's actually ideas. No, let's say in more developed countries, there's ideas that for like less developed countries. Bro, get out of my face, boy. I want to say like, okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna step in a little bit. So I can feel the tension right here, and I'd like to break it up by finding a middle ground. Well, yes, I think Riley has been correct in mostly everything he said so far.
Give me out. No. Ah! Ah!
While I think he's been correct in a lot of things so far, I can definitely see your points. Um, in more developed countries, Riley's saying that it only helps because they have more access to it, and little less developed countries have much less access to it, which would harm them. I completely agree with what he's saying right there. However, I think what he's forgetting to think about is that artificial intelligence or an excess of it can hurt a more developed country such as the United States. Um, because students in high schools, colleges, obviously, can be harmed from this, from not being able to think for themselves. It not only can it hurt creativity, but it also hurts like credibility. Uh, Throughout the United States and other more developed countries, along with Europe and Australia, all that. Uh, as the AI has become more popular, as AI has become more popular, um, not only has the dependency on AI increased, but uh, the output of AI has increased. So as AI gets smarter, more developed countries may see a decrease in that intelligence. However, I do think it is a great resource for studying, understanding concepts. So it's really a balance for me because again, in more developed countries, they have way more access to AI, which can help them study and do all that, but it also makes them think less for themselves and more for the AI. While in less developed countries, it's like a no, neither or. They don't have AI at all, so therefore it can't hinder their creativity, but it can't help them as a resource, which is what Riley's getting at. Anybody else like to talk?
Okay, I just want to say how much AI can be a helping tool for countries in less developed. I want to use my country for example, Afghanistan, and I just when I'm comparing and contrasting the um, innovations being made in Afghanistan and United States, is that Afghanistan is actually in this specific country they're quote unquote like they're copying. They're basically there's these new things like there's new ideas, innovations getting made uh, by AI. Like when you ask it, make a business idea, it comes in with like automatically. And I want to say like those ideas being made, are being less and less by these big corporations, right? There are these dominant corporations like Amazon and McDonald's, and let's say there's many other. Yeah, I just want to say how these countries, I mean these big corporations, they are mostly in the most more developed countries, and they don't really have that many uh that many they don't have that much what I'm saying is locations being formed in less developed countries, and that gives a good chance for the developed countries to be able to come up with their own ideas. And what I'm saying is those ideas can be created with the access to AI. It can be like a helping tool. It can be like a helping tool. And I'm saying those ideas cannot be basically. It's harder for them to be uh, formed in more developed countries because corporations and bigger industries are basically narrowing down the chances of them being formed. And that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm still gonna argue with you, said Ice. Let me say this. Let me say this then to combat your argument. So look, your evidence is good. Statements are good. But look, a rational again, I'll go back to this. A rational economist would probably say, ethically speaking, right? AI is good for you because it gives you knowledge. It gives them it gives what you just said. Let's use your logic. It gives the less developed countries access to information just the same as not just the same as but the same principles as it does to a more around the world. Okay, maybe a different scale, but it still gives information. So it's rational to keep a positive effect into the world. Why would you want it negative? Now here's the thing. Society is not rational. Society is irrational. Okay, that's what economists are saying all the time. Okay, And I'll tell you why it's not rational. Because again, the cost outweighs the pay. You know, the negatives outweigh the positives. Okay? AI will literally it literally changes your brain. Guys, there's that study from Harvard or a study from I forgot where. I see on Instagram all the time, right? Where they scan the brains of a ChatGPT user that uses it daily for strenuous tasks, or not strenuous, but tedious tasks, daily tasks, and then they scan the brain of a non ChatGPT user, and it's drastic. It's killing your cognitive thinking. It's killing your skills. You are not gonna the next generation, if they keep using AI, guys, if they keep using AI, your brain is not going to be okay. You're gonna be dumb. You're gonna be dumb. And I think this is where we can end it. I think, this is where we can end it. The day's coming to an end. I think we can conclude, say our final conclusions in this moment.
Yeah, like what you said there, Riley. I definitely agree with you there. AI is hindering our creative abilities. And to add on to your evidence, from the Harvard studies, it's shown that parts of the back rear end of the brain, aka the creative uh neurotransmitic devices on the part of your brain, are hindered when with the use of AI. So back to our point, I think the original question was whether artificial intelligence is helping or hurting people. And my question, my answer is yes, it is absolutely hurting. Because as you just stated, with the more AI, equals more defect in the brains, which is hurting the next generation if they continue to use AI the way that we are using it currently. Therefore, if we continue this and more developed countries start to become more developed, because it's obvious that the world is developing. There are going to be less developed countries in 10 years than there are now. Africa is developing. So when those countries start to develop into the countries as United States, Japan, Europe, as the world starts to develop, AI will become even more popular and even more stronger, making it harder for people to not use AI. This will hinder our abilities for our brains.
Yeah. Okay, so in conclusion, ultimately what we are trying to come up with is right. Artificial intelligence can help economy, can help the more developed and less developed. I mean, if you want to combine me and Riley's argument, studies are showing that while it does have a big negative side effect if this Harvard study, correct? And while the way it's being used currently has a big negative impact on it, what I'm trying to say is with certain predicaments being limiting that, like if we use it in a certain way to help us, I feel like that would be pretty nice. So overall, I feel like artificial intelligence has a big positive impact, and I do think that intelligence can be something that be learned and something that can be um something that can be seen growth in. And with AI, I feel like that would be a pretty good thing. Bye 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 bye.
Hey, buddy, I think your phone ringing. Okay. But yeah, so look, we're coming to an end. In conclusion, we want you guys as the viewers to ask yourselves these two questions, right? Guys, what was the first question that we asked this podcast? What was it again? Yeah. Is your life performative? Is it performative, guys? Ask yourself that. We said our takes, we said our opinions and our keys, takeaways. But I want you to think about that, and I want you to think about, you know, um, wait, are humans becoming less intelligent? Right? Are human? Huh?
Yeah. All right. Wait, I'll let Riley handle the mic when I'm done. But I did get one comment from a viewer, which we will discuss next episode.
Next episode.
And I think it really ties into what we were talking about. The question is, what defines a norm, law or the people? And we will get to that next episode.
I promise you.
in a week, in 2 weeks. I don't know. Thank you.
Hey, we will get the fan that sent that. Look, we love you. I don't want to disappoint you. We are gonna get to that. We are gonna get to that. Shout them out.
At shoelace_67. At shoelace_67. We appreciate you for the comment and the support.
Any last word for the podcast episode, Spencer?
So thank you all for watching. I know it can be chaotic at sometimes, but thank you all. Have a great weekend. Have a great summer. Catch you guys on the flip side.
Now, if you have any other questions for us, and any other questions you wanted us to tackle, man, and put it down below in the comments. Yep. And that is it for us. See you next time. 120 Magnified.